You can wear a mask for a while, and it feels smart. It keeps you safe. It gets you through rooms you don't belong in. It gets you laughs, likes, and a little quiet from the voice that says you're not enough. But there's a price nobody talks about. The longer you wear the mask, the more it becomes your face. One day you look in the mirror and you don't recognize the person staring back. You try to fix your hair or change your clothes, but it's deeper than that. It's in your voice. It's in the way you stand. It's in the way you text people you don't even like and ignore people who actually show up for you. It starts small. You act tougher when you are around friends who only respect loud. You pretend you don't care when you actually care a lot. You laugh at things that bother you just so you don't kill the vibe. You post like you're happy every day because you think if you stop, people stop watching. You agree with opinions you never believed because the group is moving fast and you're scared to be left behind. None of that feels evil in the moment. It feels normal. It feels like survival. But fake piles up. It stacks on your chest until real can't breathe. Here's the quiet truth you won't hear during the day. The mask doesn't just hide you, it trains you. If you act unbothered long enough, you forget how to ask for help. If you act cold long enough, touch starts to feel like a threat. If you act perfect long enough, you start to hate any part of you that leaks out of the script. That's why your heart beats weird when you're alone. That's why your jaw is tight for no reason. That's why you don't laugh the same. Your body knows the role is eating the actor. You can tell when the mask is winning. You feel it when you hang with people who drain you, and somehow you still chase their plans. You feel it when you say, "I'm good," on autopilot, while a storm rages inside. You feel it when you are more worried about being seen than being known. The mask loves attention because attention feeds it. The mask hides silence because silence would make you ask real questions. Who am I when nobody is looking? What do I enjoy when there is no crowd? What do I stand for when standing costs me something? Think back to before all the performing, before you were scared of being boring, before you needed a filter for your own laugh. There was a time you got lost in simple things and it felt safe. Riding a bike until the streetlights came on, drawing on homework and not caring if it looked dumb, playing the same song on repeat because it made your chest feel warm. That kid wasn't cringe, that kid was honest. The mask calls that kid weak. The mask says you have to be cooler, harder, louder, but the mask never tells you it can't feel love. Only people can feel love, costumes can't. Everybody tells you to be yourself, and it sounds like a poster on a school wall. Here's a version that actually helps you at midnight. Don't rip the mask off and try to be new by tomorrow. That shock will make you run right back. Instead, pick one small place every day to be a little less fake. Say no once without explaining. Give one honest answer when people ask how you are. Wear one thing you like even if nobody else does. Spend 1 hour with people who make your shoulders relax. Tiny real choices are like tiny holes in the costume. Light starts to leak in. You breathe. You don't have to fight everyone to find yourself. You don't have to announce anything. You don't have to go live and burn bridges to prove a point. Quiet is a weapon. Distance is a weapon. You can slip out of rooms that keep shrinking you, and nobody needs to know why. You can mute a group chat for a week and watch your soul unclench. You can stop laughing at jokes that punch down and see who gets awkward. The right people won't get awkward, they'll get closer. The wrong people will call you weird. Let them. They like the mask, not you. There's a fear that if you stop pretending, you will lose everything. The truth that hurts is this: if you keep pretending, you will lose yourself. You can rebuild a circle. You can rebuild a path, you can rebuild a bank account, but once you forget your own voice, it takes forever to find it again. That's why time feels so thin lately. You spend all day playing a part and then crawl into bed and wonder why your head won't turn off. Actors rest when the scene ends. You never clock out because your scene never ends. No wonder why you're exhausted. Watch how the mask talks. It says, be impressive. Then real you says, be honest. The mask says, keep up. The real mask says, slow down. The mask says, don't lose them. The real you says, don't lose me. One keeps you on stage forever, the other invites you home. Home is when your thoughts and your words match. Home is when your style matches your spirit. Home is when you can sit still and not feel like you're doing something wrong. Maybe you think it's too late. You've been this person for years. People expect this version of you now. Here's something soft for your chest. You are allowed to change the script in the middle of the film. Audiences forgive plot twists when the twist is true. People might resist at first because your mask served them. It kept you easy to predict, kept you fun at parties and quiet during hard talks. But they don't live in your body, they don't pay your nights. You do. You are the one who keeps the lights on with your own head. You get to decide. You get to decide how bright they shine. There are signs you're on the right path when you start to take the mask off. Silence stops feeling scary. Music hits harder again. Food tastes better. You sleep deeper. Laughs surprise you. You don't rehearse every text. You don't need to be right in every debate. You can let someone else win and not feel small. Your room feels like a place to rest instead of a place to hide. None of that is dramatic, but it's real. Real is what lasts when dopamine fades. If you're stuck in a circle that keeps you fake, there's a simple test. Pay attention to how you leave them. Do you feel taller or smaller? Do you feel safe or on edge? Do you want to be kinder after, or do you want to be mean to feel strong again? Your nervous system knows before your mind does. Trust the signals. If your heart drops every time a certain name pops up, that's your body begging you to take the costume off around them and to stop showing up at all. There's also a lie that says the mask is helping you win. Maybe you got a little status for playing the role. Maybe you got a little money. Maybe people clap when you perform. That clap is rented. The rent goes up every month. The crowd always needs more. Louder, hotter, wilder. You become a highlight reel that keeps trying to outdo itself. The problem is, real joy can't breathe in that peace. Real love can't either. You don't need to throw away the hustle. You just need to ground it in a self that doesn't sell out for applause. You might be waiting for a big reason to change, a heartbreak, a wake-up call, a rock bottom. You don't need one, you only need a mirror and a minute. Ask yourself the question most people run from. If I keep this up for 5 years, who do I turn into? If that picture makes your stomach drop, it's time. Not for a dramatic speech, not for a clean break with the whole world, just time to be loyal to yourself in small, steady ways. Loyalty is not loud, it's daily. Here's how you keep it simple so you don't give up by Friday. Set a tiny rule for each space in your life. At work, tell the truth when you don't know something. With friends, leave when the night turns into something that makes you hate yourself in the morning. Online, post less and live more. With family, say the one sentence you've been swallowing, but say it with love. With yourself, stop calling your heart weak for wanting soft things. Strong people want soft things because they know what hard feels like. When you start showing up for real, life won't turn perfect. It turns clear. Clear hurts sometimes, but it also heals faster. You stop stepping on the same broken glass because you can finally see the floor. You stop chasing people who only like you in costume. You start noticing the quiet ones who make room for the real. you at the table. You start building a life that doesn't collapse every time the crowd looks away. The world keeps telling you to perform. You don't have to. You can be a person again. A person with a real laugh and a real no and a real yes. A person who doesn't need to be the main character in every room just to feel alive. A person who chooses peace over points and sleep over drama and truth over trends. The mask will fight back. It will whisper that you're boring now, that you're losing your edge, but you miss out. Let it talk. It's scared of being left behind. It should be. Every night the mask asks for one more day. Don't give it another year. Start small. Be kind to yourself. Choose rooms that don't punish honesty. Choose friends who remember your eyes when you're quiet. Choose words that feel right in your mouth. Every tiny real choice sands the glue of the mask until it stops sticking. And one morning you'll wake up, look in the mirror, and see a face you know again. Not perfect, not always happy, but yours. And that is worth more than any applause you could chase in a lifetime.